Good evening friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel AceFin. Today we will be discussing about how Nifty and Bank Nifty can perform tomorrow, that is 8th of February. And to understand the levels for tomorrow we need to look at the price action. So we will be understanding how Nifty and Bank Nifty have performed today, that is 7th of February Monday. Before we go to Nifty and Bank Nifty, let's look at the world indices. If you look at European indices, Germany, France and UK all are trading in green, closed in the last trading session in green. Chinese market are were trading in green and they came back from the long New Year holiday. If we talk about US in the last trading session, US closed in green, Nasdaq was up, S&P 500 was up and Dow Jones was marginally red. So not a major concern, but today in Indian market we saw a fresh sell-off. Let's look at the FII and DI data. For today, FIIs have sold more than 1157 crores and DIs were also net sellers of 1376 crores. So because of these two major market drivers were selling the stocks, we saw a huge downfall in Nifty and Bank Nifty. Let's look at Nifty on a 1 day chart today. We can see a long red candle has been formed. We opened at 17,456. We opened gap down. We made a high of 17,536, approximately 80-90 points higher, and then from there it was a one-way fall. We fell up to 17,119, which was low made, and we closed at 17,213. We are marginally above the level of 17,200 as of now, but this is not a very good sign. I can say that this selling is coming because of the three reasons. First is the US Fed interest rate hike. Second is the FII's unstoppable selling in the Indian markets. And third is the crude oil, which is at a all-time high. So these three factors are driving the market as of now. Let's look at the 15 minutes chart to understand the price action. Here we can see we opened at 17,456 and from there we made a high in the first 15 minutes, and from there we saw a continuous downfall from 17,500 to 17,100 level, and we saw a slight recovery up to 17,120 to 130. But for tomorrow we need to see what are the levels. So in my previous video the levels were given, but the levels were violated by the market because of the selling of FIs and DIs. So we need to be very careful at this point of time. So if we talk about Nifty, we closed at 17,213. So if we open gap down or flat, then the first support would be at 17,120 to 130. The next support would be at 16,990 to 17,000, and the ultimate support would be at 16,820 to 830. If this is broken 17,000, then definitely we are going to test this level 16,820 to 830, and if this is broken then we can expect a further downfall in Nifty. If we open gap up, then we can see that 17,250 to 260 would be the first resistance. The second resistance would be at 17,350 to 370, and the third resistance would be at 17,400 to 420, and after that 17,500 would be the ultimate resistance for tomorrow. If we look at the option chain of Nifty, we can see that 17,500 was the ATM level, but here a lot of call writers had written the contracts, and because of that we have seen the pressure has been created, and now we are at 17,200 level. So as of now it seems like the NSE option chain is not working well. I can see that contracts are written over here, but the ATM strike price has to be 17,200, not 17,500. So as of now for today we cannot rely on the option chain data because we are not very sure up to what point this is being updated. So let's look at the charts and get the levels for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty opened gap down, opened at 38,590 and then made a high of 38,837, immediately shot up 200 points, and then from the high 38,800 it fell up to the level of 37,800. So you can imagine we have lost more than 1,000 points was the fall, and in towards the end we saw a slight recovery and we closed at 37,995. If you look at the 15 minutes chart to understand, you can see it was a one way fall in the bank nifty. If we talk about the levels, then if we open gap up or a gap down, then in that case the first resistance level would be at 38,130 to 150. The second would be at 38,450 to 38,500, and the third would be at 38,700 to 38,750. If you open gap down, then the first level for support would be at 37,800 to 37,850. The second would be at 37,600 to 650, and the third would be at 37,380 to 37,400. So these are the levels for bank nifty. Let's look at the bank nifty option chain and let's see if bank nifty option chain data is updated. So 37,900, so we closed somewhere around 38,000. So yes, we are here 38,000. So from here we can see that 40,000 contracts have been written. However, 38,000 is a psychological level where the put writers have already written 78,000 contracts. So I'm pretty sure this level is going to create pressure on these call writers as well. So if we open gap up, then of course these call writers would be trapped. If we talk about the support range for this week, the major support range is at 37,500. If this is broken, then 37,000 is the next major support level where 57,000 put writers are adding their contracts. If we talk about the call writing level, 38,500 is going to be the major support, as we can major resistance, as we can see there. Here the put writers have already started closing their positions, and the next major resistance would be at 39,000. So I can say for this week the range would be broader. 37,000 to 39,000 would be the range. So these are the levels for bank nifty and nifty. I would say keep your positions light and trade cautiously. That's all for today's video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want live market updates and stock recommendations, do follow my Telegram channel. Link will be given in the description below. Thank you.